What's up, guys? Stein back with another video. No one cares about you, they care about themselves. The reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people are so inflicted with their ego and they're so just constantly, I did this, I did this, I did this. But in reality, nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. They care about them. They care about them. So instead of literally bragging about yourself, instead of consciously talking about yourself, no one really cares, because people care about themselves. We live on planet Earth, and the reason why there's just a lot of people who constantly talk about themselves, and in reality, it's not the way the world works. Excuse me. Everyone watching this video cares about yourself more than you do me. I care about myself more than I do you, because it's human nature to care about ourselves before anyone else, because it's a survival mechanism. We have to survive. We have to do things, like we have to have a portion of what we want in order to, it's a survival mechanism, like I said. So to instantly win friends and influence people by Dale Carnegie, the #1 book of all time, recommended by Brandon Carter, is to put the attention on the other person. No one really cares about you unless they actually ask you a question. But if they don't, then why are you telling them about yourself? Because no one really cares. Everyone cares about themselves. So what you need to do is put your attention and focus towards the other person, whoever it is that you're speaking to. Could be anyone. You put your attention and focus on them, and you will instantly be in a better situation, becoming friends with them, better conversations, things of that nature, if you do that, than if you came up and start saying, I did this, I did that, I did this, because no one really cares. Like, if you're telling them all this stuff, they don't care. They care about themselves. Just like you watching this video, you care about yourself. You don't care. Like, sure, I could tell you all these things, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, you're the person who cares about yourself. And I am just another person living in this world that we all live in. So if you simply just transform your attention to other people, you will gain so many friends. You will gain so many relationships, because that's really what life is about. Life is about friendships, relationships, significant other. Like, it's all about connection. So if you want to win more friends, win more influence, put the attention on other people. Ask them how their day is. Ask them what they're doing. Ask them if they have plans for the weekend. Ask them, what's been going on with work with them. Ask them about their fitness. Ask them if they work out. Ask them, if they like to go out much, if they're staying home, if they're a homebody. Like, just ask questions about other people. Like, do you like this? Do you like that? Do you not like this? And if they're not responsive, then you simply just move on from the conversation, because obviously that person doesn't want to talk to you. But I guarantee you they're going to want to talk to you if you simply put the attention on the other person. And in reality, it just makes the most logical sense, because why would I brag about myself, I did this, I did that, to another person, to another human being, when in reality, like, what am I getting from this interaction besides telling them, I did this, I did this, I did this? It's all ego-based. Everything is ego-based. It's all ego-based. It's all about the ego. I did this, I did that. If I just started saying that, like, it's like, what am I getting out of this interaction? Nothing. I'm just deflating. It's not deflating. I'm inflating my ego. Like, but people constantly do this all the time, but it's like, what are you getting out of this? Nothing. But if I were to, or you were to, pay attention to the other person, listen to what they're saying, you could learn something from the interaction. Life is about learning. Learn what they're saying, like, literally. learn what people are saying. Like, it's just so important to just focus on the other person, because then you can learn something from the interaction. Life is about learning. Life is about growing. Life is about pain and suffering if you're a man. Like, these are things that you have to do every day. And, you know, going back to winning friends and influence people, if you just simply ask questions about them, you're going to just stand apart from 99% of people, because 99% of people literally, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, and it's like, who cares? Like, honestly, a lot of times I'm just thinking, like, wow, who cares? Like, you know, you just don't pay attention to them. Like, no one cares. Like, it's now, of course, like I said, if you ask questions, then people care. If you ask questions about it, then obviously they're interested. But if not, then it's just like, no one really cares. So you want to be learning about other people. You want to be learning about their interests. Like, and like, that's going to spark their interest to ask you more questions about yourself. Obviously, I'm not just saying, you know, it's a one-sided conversation. Don't say anything. Listen to them the whole time. Don't say a word so you can learn as much as you can. No, 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 no. You can tell them about yourself too. You can talk too. But if the conversation is one-sided, if one person is doing all the talking, like, that's not a conversation. That's literally somebody inflating their ego. That's someone saying, I did this, I did that, you know, we got this, we got that. And it's like, at the end of the day, you as a human being want them to ask you questions too. Like I said, you want to learn from them. Like, I want to learn from other people, but I also want them to ask me questions. If they're just saying a bunch of things, I mean, sure, yeah, I can learn. You can, and it depends on the situation as well. But if they're just saying a bunch of stuff, then it's like, you want the other person to ask you questions, because then it makes you feel like you're important. You know, like I just said, if you ask questions about the other person, it will make them feel like they're important. So you as a person don't really feel important if they're not asking you questions. We all as human beings, we always want to be important. We want to be important because important people stand out. You don't want to be ordinary. You want to be important. You want to be setting yourself apart from everyone else. You do this by putting the attention on other people. You do this by producing and not consuming. Learning information daily. Having conversations with people daily. Having new conversations with people daily. Like, growing every single day. Asking yourself serious questions like, why are we put on earth, you know? But it's all about learning. Like, we're gonna learn until we're dead. Like, that's just how life is set up. We're going to learn until we're dead. We never know enough information that we can just stop learning and stop growing. And this is why it's important that when you're talking to someone, you put the attention towards them and you take it away from yourself, so you can learn information, and so you can grow and you can win friends and influence people. That is the video. Like the video, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and we'll see you in the next video.